Oh my God, DeDe got a podcast?
What?
DeDe got a podcast.
What's the tea? What's the vibe? What's the hype? Yeah, we live. Talk a little this, a little bit of that, a little bit of love, a little bit of ratchet. That's DeDe. Go DeDe. Go DeDe. Go DeDe. You a bad bitch. You a savage. Making money is a habit.
I'm so excited to talk to this man. I think he is the most hilarious man ever. But also is a smart man. I mean, we'll sit up there and give you game and tell you all kind of stuff.
Well, first I gotta stop you because Richard Pryor is the funniest.
Hey, Tracy, let me do my intro. Let me do my intro, and then you give your flowers. I'm giving mine. I like you. You gotta take it. See, wait, we gotta talk about it. You gotta take it. Everybody, I'm talking about Tracy Morgan, everybody. Now, Tracy, I love the fact, and this is one of the things, I just started a new podcast, and I noticed everybody talks about giving flowers before we do anything. And I said, I want to make that a part of my podcast, that before anybody leaves, I want you to give flowers to the people that you feel hasn't gotten that love. I think that, and we will get to that, but I love that you said that about Richard Pryor. Immediately, you were like, yeah.
King, man.
Yep.
If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here.
Really?
He kept the door open for me.
Yeah.
He kept the door open for Eddie, for Martin. Everybody doing what they do now. They when Richard came, nobody was doing comedy like that.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor is the Marlon Brando of comedy. When Richard came, everybody had to change.
Yeah. Now, here's my question about that. When you were a kid and you're watching Richard Pryor, your mom allowed you, or did you sneak to listen to Richard Pryor?
Sneak, but you got to understand, my father was Richard Pryor funny.
Yeah.
To me, he was hilarious. My dad, my Uncle Michael on my mother's side was hilarious. So I came up under that. And those are my first examples of funny. I got to say, my dad introduced me to funny.
Yeah. So let me ask you this then, because I saw something.
Hold on. Two things my father introduced me to. He introduced me to God, and he introduced me to funny. And for that, I love him. I love my mom, because my mom, she could have aborted me. She could have did anything with me, but I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I give her props too. That's my mom.
Now, let me ask this, because number one, I love the fact you have 5. There were 5 in your family?
Well, you have 4 brothers and 1 sister.
Okay. All right. And so you grew up in a household. Everybody was funny, right? Was everybody funny in the household too?
But that's all we had.
Yep.
That's all black people had. When we came out them fields picking that cotton all day, from sun up to sundown, 3 things that kept us going was comedy, music, and sex.
Man.
That's what kept them slaves on top.
All right. And on of the 3 that you just mentioned, in your order, how do they go in your life? What's number 1?
My life?
Yeah, number 1, 2, and 3.
Number 1. Sex, number 1, comedy, and then, music. I love all 3.
So Tracy,
I can't put them in order. I love all 3 of them.
Yeah. Now here's the thing about a comedian. Everybody, okay, you just said sex. Have you ever been with a girl and you made her laugh during sex?
No.
No? Oh, get serious?
Ain't no laughing going on, not with what I got, not with the tools I got. No. She in ecstasy right now. Okay. She ain't thinking about no comedy.
Okay. Because somebody said that if you have sex and you don't every now and then laugh with your partner, or there's something, have you ever?
Oh, trust me, it's a funny thing because we take it so serious. You don't see the faces we make? You don't hear the noises we make? It's hilarious when you take yourself that serious. I wouldn't get mad if she laughed.
Okay.
But at that point, it's about pleasure.
Yeah, I know that's
part of the pleasure, but it's ecstasy.
Okay, so you said something that I love, right? You talked about your father being funny, and I always tell people, my mom, like my mother to me was the funniest woman that I had ever met. I used to sit on the stairs just to listen to my mama talk to her girlfriends. It used to be hilarious, right? Because she would get mad at me. She'd be like, Gloria, hold on a second. I got somebody looking down my goddamn mouth. That's what she would say. And she would just stop and look at me and go, get out of the way, right? But we had to hide. It was so good to watch my mom and listen to her talk.
The truth.
Yes.
And nobody, not a lot of white America, know black culture.
No.
That's a part of the culture.
Yes. We are great storytellers. We're funny and we're great storytellers. I got to admit
all
to
of
that.
That stems from slavery.
Yep. Yep. So Tracy,
telling stories about the homeland, all of that stems from slavery.
I agree. And, I learned that. I had to learn a lot of that kind of stuff. I started doing a lot of reading and figuring it out myself. Let me just say this about you two, talking about comedy. Did I see something that your young daughter is in comedy now?
She does stand up.
Come on.
She did it in front of 400 people at Radio City Music Hall. She writes her own material. She has her little joke book and she tells stories. Okay. And I'm so proud of her. She's 9 years old. That's my princess. That's my life. She is the reason I came out the coma.
Really? Really? Why? Why do you say that?
Not a lot of people appreciate that I came back from the dead for my daughter. She was only 10 months old and I knew I had to be here for her. Wow. Ain't no way in the world I'm going to let my daughter go through life not knowing who her daddy is.
That's what I'm talking about. I love that. How many kids do you how many kids do you have, Tracy?
On the books or off?
On the books.
I'm old school. I don't pull out.
Oh my God.
Prison. I'm like prison. When I come in, I come in.
Okay. All right. Well, listen,
I'm trying to break Bob Marley's record.
Okay. Or Nick Cannon's.
Or Gundy. I don't care about Nick Cannon. I'm talking about Gundy.
You talking about real babies, huh? Lots of them.
Yes. I love my children, no matter how many I have. I love all of them.
Yeah. Are they all funny? Because I was going to say, is funny in your blood or can funny be taught?
No, it's in the blood. Comedy can be taught, but funny is in the blood. My son is funny. My daughter's funny. My mom's funny. My father's funny. All my relatives are funny on both sides. So that's in the blood.
Okay. And
anybody can do comedy. Anybody can tell jokes.
Yeah. But you got to be good.
Are you funny?
Listen,
this is what it is. Some people say funny things, and then there are those who say funny things in a funny way.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor said funny things in a funny way. Yeah. I say funny things in a funny way. Look at my face. God gave me an extra layer of skin because I'm funny. I was built for comedy.
Okay, hold on. But here's the other thing. You're doing Shark Week?
Yeah, me and my daughter.
Oh my gosh. The funny daughter, the one who's doing stand-up?
Yes. 9 years old, so you get to see her July 28th. She's awesome. And if you ask her what she wants to be when she grow up, she wants to be a marine biologist. She knows I got about 8 or 9 tanks in there. I got a 25,000 gallon shark tank in my backyard. Wow. And she knows all the functions of everything. She know what they do. She know the species. This little girl is like a wizard, and I'm so proud of her. And so she co-hosted it with me. And she's going to let you know what species and what they do and what their functions are. She's going to be doing that.
Wow, that is amazing.
She performed. She's been on the OG a whole season. She has a movie coming out with Will Ferrell called Spirited this Christmas.
What?
She's really good.
And did she come to you? I know it because, again, you don't need the money. We all know that. Look, everybody was in your pocket and in your business after your accident. So we know it ain't about money. It's the love that she just loves doing. And she came to you and said, Daddy.
Her dad doing it. She loves her dad.
And did she say to you, Daddy, did she say, I want to do the same thing or what?
She did it.
Oh, okay.
She highlights her lines with the highlighter. She's seen everything her father did since she was born. Damn. She knows how to do it. It's what my dad did to me, I did to her.
Well, let me tell you.
But I had to see if she liked it. She loves it. She sees the lights and the camera, and automatically, like me, she knows entertainment.
Yeah, it is entertaining. So Tracy, what do you like at home then? We see you're a funny guy. What do you like at home? Do you cook? Do you watch TV? What kind of shows?
I watch TV. I'm just like you. I live a normal life. I'm grounded.
But you just live in a mansion.
Yeah, I live in a $20 million mansion right now. I'm in the family room. This is a Muhammad Ali painting. I paid $75,000. I have the Michael Jackson glove that I got out of auction right there.
Nuh-uh.
In the office, I have a glass that was on the Titanic in there. And this
So you like collectibles, those things that nobody else could have?
Yeah.
Dang. So Tracy, did you ever believe that your life was going to be like this when you were a kid, like for real?
No.
And what is it?
I come from the projects in Brooklyn. Bed-Stuy, do or die, take the girl, kill a guy. That's where I'm from, right across the street from Jay-Z. Me, Jay-Z, Tata, we all grew up together. Biggie Smalls was right down the block. Londell Miller right in my building. I come from that. I come from Brooklyn. So I never saw this coming. I just knew I love to make people laugh.
Yeah.
I had a pretty rough childhood. So when I got to high school around my peers, my boy Leroy, we start snapping and I was really funny. I never saw this coming.
Yeah. Damn. And it's great, isn't it? Do you ever pinch yourself? You ever wake up and be
I still sometimes go outside my house at 4:00 in the morning, look at my house and go, I wonder who live here.
Yeah. Has there been a celebrity that are you still starstruck by anybody at all? Where you go?
I was with Eddie.
Yeah.
But now me and Eddie are great friends. My OGs are Eddie, Arsenio, Martin, Lauren Michaels. You know, I've learned a lot. Tina Fey's my sister.
Yeah, I love
learned a lot from people, but I'm good. I'm taking pictures with Denzel. Yeah. I mean, they're still my favorites.
Yeah.
But I don't get struck because when I see people like that with me, you know, I live with me 24 hours, 53 years. Yeah. I don't see me like that. But my oldest brother told me, Tracy, people see you a certain way now. You have to carry yourself a certain way now.
Yeah.
Stay funny, stay who you are, but just, you know.
Yeah.
With others, I just feel fortunate. Yeah. I feel fortunate. Like outside of being in I give back food. I give back to my community. I just gave out food in Rutgers. In the polo ground. And it just fills me with goodness when I see all those people come out to get the food and the little kids get the toys. And I tell my team, I say, y'all feel good? They say, yeah, Tracy. I said, Jesus Christ did this every day.
Come on now. Preach now.
Every day. Imagine that.
Yeah.
If you give somebody a fish, they eat for a day. But if you teach them how to fish, they eat for life. Exactly. Let me tell you something. In Africa, every morning, the lion and the gazelle gets up at the same time.
Wow.
But when the gazelle gets up in the morning, he knows he has to be faster than the slowest gazelle or he gets eaten. And the lion, when he wakes up in the morning, he knows he has to be faster than the slowest gazelle or he's starved. So it don't matter if you're a lion or gazelle. When you wake up in the morning, your ass better be running.
Come on now. What you didn't say it. Look at Tracy Morgan. That's what I'm talking about. By the way, let me just tell everybody, we are talking to Tracy Morgan. I got to let you know, I got the last OG cookbook.
I throw down. I get busy in the kitchen. Yesterday, I just cooked matter of fact, my 9-year-old daughter baked me a lemon cake with chocolate frosting yesterday. And then she cooked me shrimps. And then she cooked me salmon. And then she made me tacos for dinner all by herself.
I like her. Okay, hold on. She sounds like she got her own apartment, everything, a penthouse somewhere. And
she loves her dad. She almost lost me.
Yeah.
When I explained to her what happened, she started crying.
Damn.
I said, you only 10 months old. And what happened was this. I put it in my stand-up special, Staying Alive, True Story. She was 14 months old, and I watched her take her first steps, and I started crying, and I got out my wheelchair, and I started walking.
Wow.
So now me and my daughter walk for life hand in hand.
So that changed you forever, didn't it? I mean, of course it did, right? I mean, you come that close.
Accident?
Yeah.
Yeah, it changed me because I lost my best friend.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Can
I tell you something? That's the part we don't even think about. Everybody who hears this about your accident focuses on he got all this money, but they're not looking at the emotional.
Lost.
Right, and what you lost.
I lost a dear close friend of mine who showed me the game when I first started doing comedy. He was the first person I ever met in show business. Do you still have nightmares at all? Do you have nightmares from that, or do you? Not really, but I speak to his family and they help me along. Good. They love me. His kids call me uncle.
Man. All right. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry, Tracy. Please forgive me.
It's okay.
I'm so sorry, but God rest his soul. And I promise I pray for you too.
Listen all the time.
Yeah. I can see. I'm so sorry.
Where you think I got the last OG from? He was
really?
Yeah.
Damn.
He was my OG.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I think that, thank you for just being honest right now, because I think what happens is a lot of people. I got
so emotional. I'm sorry.
No. And what I need to apologize for is that wound. And I think what I was trying to say is that people get so caught up in the money of what you got, and you know that, and they don't even ask you about that. So again, right. Everybody is on the other thing. I tell you what
his death did to his family, what it did to his daughter.
Yeah.
I just don't ever want my daughter to be like that. I want to live long enough to see my daughter marry a man that I approve. He must come and ask me for my daughter's hand in marriage, man.
Okay. I love it. You're so honest. I'm shocked. I mean, I'm a fan, but I'm also saying, my God, I see why we could be friends, because I just like the way you're honest about the way you talk about life.
We are friends.
I like that.
We transcending that. We brother and sister.
I like that. I love it. So listen, here's the other question I'm curious about, because we were talking about funny, and I always hear people talk about the Mount Rushmore of comedy. I'm going to switch it up on you. I want to know this because you have a daughter who's doing comedy. Give me the Mount Rushmore of female comedians.
Mom's Mabley. Marsha Warfield.
Oh.
Mom's Mabley, Marsha Warfield. I don't know if Thea might be on there. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
But I'm gonna go with Aunt Esther. Aunt Esther from Sanford and Son.
Yeah, she was good though, wasn't she?
Tina Fey to me is on there.
Yeah.
She's very smart. Tina Fey's on there. And then because you can't just be funny, you gotta be able to do everything.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta be well-rounded. I have one more. I might say Joan Rivers.
Yeah. Wow. Joan Rivers. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one, putting her on. And she really, I don't think any of us really looked at what Joan Rivers did, right? That woman had a talk show, did this, was in the male genre almost, and killed it. So
she could do drama.
Yep.
There's more than one side to a diamond.
Yeah.
Richard Pryor, his drama, oh man, he was one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
You ever see Bustin' Loose?
Yep.
Yes. Tyson?
Yep.
He was a fast talking hustler. Yeah. And you would think he was fixing the kids, but those kids fixed him.
So
that's my dream movie to redo.
Which one?
Bustin' Loose.
Yeah. Bustin' Loose, you want to redo? I can see that. I love it. So do you look at your movies when you're done, or do you go back and look at your movies or watch yourself on TVs and stuff like that? TV shows?
Yeah, I try to enjoy it. I try not to be too critical. I like to look at that point, I'm looking at it in the entertainment aspect. I'm not judging myself because I can't redo it. It's done.
Okay. All right.
I say I should have did this, or I should have said that, or I should have did this that way. But other than that, I'm pretty pleased.
Yeah, good.
I'm proud of the work I've done because it's a legacy for my kids. That's something they could grow on.
Yeah. Now,
you never know, when they older, somebody in the office might say, yo, wait a minute, Tracy Morgan was your father? You know how much he made me laugh? Come in here. Let me start you at the top. No, my father said start at the bottom so I can learn everything, because one day I'm going to own this motherfucker right here.
So speaking of Tracy Morgan, you're rich now. You're a rich man. You grew up, poor. And now here you are.
Because I have family. Now you talking, I'm rich because I have friends and family, and I have a lot of people that love me, but you talk about wealth.
Wealth, there you go. Okay, here's my question for you. Because of how you grew up, and then now you have children, are you worried about them growing up too privileged, too rich, you get what I'm saying, with all the wealth that they are exposed to? Are you worried about them at all?
No, absolutely not, because I'm experienced. I come from humble beginnings. And as long as they stay humble, we're fine. And I teach them that.
Okay.
Every day, stay humble and love both of your parents equally.
Okay. Will you leave them money when you leave the planet? Will you when you exit the planet, your time? Will you leave them a lot of money? Because they say Warren Buffett or one of them said they ain't leaving their children.
I don't know
money.
Whoever said that ain't in his pockets. So maybe you could answer your question. Maybe not. My kids are going to be so well off mentally that they're going to know how to earn their own.
Yep. That's the thing. Everybody talks about legacy and leaving that wealth. What you need to do is teach them, like you were saying.
Absolutely. I'm pointing my daughter in the direction of Harvard, Yale, Brown, Sanford, Morehouse. I'm pointing her in those directions. My son is the son I always wanted. He's doing well. He just passed all his finals in college. He's doing great.
Okay.
He's going to be capable. My kids don't care about that stuff because I don't present it to them in their face. They see it, they live it, but they know they have to go out there and get their own. I just want to leave them a nice legacy.
Yeah, I like that. Legacy is different.
More than money, because that is something that money can buy.
Yep, and I agree with that. Now, before I let you go, because I know you're a busy man, and I could talk to you all day, because I can tell you have a lot of knowledge and wealth of knowledge, and you're funny, so I love all of that. But here's the question. Tracy Morgan, I do on DeDe's Dope podcast. We got DeDe's.
One thing, DeDe, one thing I've never had, and I'm trying to obtain now. You want to know what that is?
What is it?
I got all the money in the world, all the fame in the world. One thing I've never had was peace.
What?
We all need peace.
What?
So now I'm in a point in my life where I just want to get peace of mind.
And that's important.
So knowledge is knowing, seeing, smelling, tasting. That's knowledge. Wisdom is making wise decisions with your wisdom. And they both together bring about understanding. And that's the best part, because understanding is the highest level of love in God's kingdom. But it also, understanding is the absence of confusion, which brings about peace. So I'm not confused about what we're doing here on the Zoom. I know exactly what we're doing. I like it.
I like it. Now, let me just ask you this question too. And then I got to tell everybody where you're going to be again. You know, on the podcast, I'm doing this. It's called DeDe's Dope. Debate that question. Debate that. I want you to tell me what you think of this. There's a woman saying that the word Karen is stronger than the N-word. Do you agree? She thinks that it stings more than the N-word when people call white women Karen. Do you agree with that?
I think it stings more because the word, it depends on how you use the word nigga. If you put the G-A at the end, that's a term of endearment. We took the power back. But if you're using the word nigger, word sticks and stones.
What? Come on.
If you use the word nigger with the ER at the end, that's something different. That's racism. But that's just to show one's own wretchedness. And we know who made it up.
Yeah.
Who created that word. So that's just to show their own wretchedness.
Yep.
Sticks and stones may break your bones. Words would never hurt me. You can say what you want to say, but I'm going this way.
I love it.
Walking.
Now, we were talking about...
I don't even care about those, neither one of those words. They don't enter my frame.
I mean, either the, well, the nigga, let me like this nigga here. Now,
go through the roof when you say the word nigga. Come on, man, calm down.
Yeah.
Calm down. Yeah. Stop being stupid. There's plenty of white people out there that love black people.
Yeah, yeah. Let me ask you, here's the thing I was saying about giving flowers before I let you go. Let's give some flowers. There's somebody you want to give flowers to that you feel never got, whether it's a personal friend, whether it's a person, somebody in your family, whether it's a celebrity, whatever. Is there somebody you want to give flowers to right now?
Can't say my mom because she get flowers all the time.
Good.
I want to say my dad. Yeah. He died when I was young. He died when I was 19. He was 39 of AIDS. He went to Vietnam and came back addicted.
Wow.
So I'm giving my father his flowers now.
Good.
Just by being me. I'm his seed just by being the man that I am. Would I change anything? Would I change anything? Somebody once asked me, if you could talk to 6-year-old Tracy, what would you say to him? I would say, keep playing, man. You're doing fine.
Yep.
And if there was anything you could change about yourself, Tracy, what would it be? I said nothing, because then I wouldn't be the man that I am.
What's the tea? What's the vibe? What's the hype? Yeah, we live. Talk a little this, a little bit of that, a little bit of love, a little bit of ratchet. That's DeDe. Go DeDe. Go DeDe. Go DeDe. You a bad bitch. You a savage. Making money is a habit.